Good afternoon, dear distinguished guests. Welcome to the international seminar From Policy to Practice, How SMEs Achieve Digital and Green Transformation. Our event will begin in 10 minutes, so please take your seats. To ensure a smooth event, please kindly switch your mobile phones to silent or vibration mode. Thank you for your cooperation. In support of environment, sustainability and ESG principles, this event is paperless. We won't be distributing physical handbooks today, but also you can easily access the agenda and presentation slides by scanning the QR code on the screen. And also there are QR codes placed on each table for instant access. Thank you for joining us in our efforts to protect the environment. Our event will begin shortly. Thank you for your cooperation. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, both on site and online, good afternoon. I'm Catherine, your MC for today, and it's my great honor to welcome you to this trilateral international seminar co-hosted by Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. As the global waves of net zero emissions and AI continue to rise, how can small and medium enterprises break through in this changing landscape? Commerce Development Research Institute, CDRI, has brought together top experts from Japan and South Korea, alongside industry leaders from Taiwan, to help businesses master the key strategies for digital and green transformation. Before we officially begin, please allow me to introduce our distinguished guests present today. First of all, please welcome the distinguished guests from the Korea Institute for Industrial Economics and Trade, KIET, Vice President of KIET, Dr. Dong-hee Lee. Welcome. Wave your hands to everyone. Welcome. And also researcher, Office of Demographic Strategy Research, Dr. Eun Song-kil. Welcome. Wave your hands to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And also researcher, Office of Demographic Strategy Research, and also our keynote speaker today, Dr. Tae-young Ko. Welcome. Director, Office of Economic Security and Trade Strategy, Dr. Eun Kyo-cho. Welcome. And next, please welcome former president of the Japan Travel and Tourism Research and E-commerce Center, JTREC, Mr. Tadashi Ishihara. Welcome. Join us as panelists for today's comprehensive discussion. Please welcome Ms. Ingrid Huang, Vice President of Marketing Division at Shinkwang Mitsukoshi. Welcome. And also Mr. Brian Tian, President of TechCom. Welcome. Please wave for your hands to everyone. And finally, please welcome the representatives from our host organization, the Commerce Development Research Institute, CDRI, Chairman Tian-Tsai Shi. Welcome. Chairman Shi also currently serves as the 2026 Chair of Effect and the Head of Delegation of Chinese Taipei, and also President Mr. Champion Wang. Welcome. And Vice President Ms. Jennifer Zhang, who is known as our most beautiful Vice President. Yeah, welcome. In addition, we also have many partners from KIET and JTREC join us online today. Welcome you all. And to kick off our event, it's my great honor to invite Chairman Tian-Tsai Shi of CDRI to give us an opening address. Let's give Chairman Shi a warm round of applause to the stage. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. Distinguished guests, esteemed experts from Japan, Korea, and leaders in the industrial area. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to this trilateral seminar. Because your presence reflects our strong collective commitment to a shared future. Everybody knows now we stand at a historic turning point. The growth of AI and mandate for net zero emissions are now the defining competitive factors of our time. It's a big challenge. To strive, we must shift our mindset from traditional exports to ecosystem exports. This very important new concept we can share together today. My core message today is that we must build a strategic alliance for digital sovereignty and the resilient supply chains under the framework of what I call new international cooperativism. Through AI and the green zero under the framework of new international cooperativism, our three nations must move beyond the zero-sum competition. Through AI and the green innovation, we will achieve co-evolution, solving social challenges and fostering cross-border intelligence together. As a national think tank, CDRI is dedicated to helping small and medium-sized enterprises to overcome limitations in scale and data. Together, we will build digital resilience and achieve our 2050 net zero goals, ensuring a win-win for both economic growth and sustainability. I look forward to the insight from our partners at KIET, JTREC, and our local industrial experts. This turn these global challenges into our greatest opportunities. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chairman Xi, and please be seated. And next, I'd like to invite Dr. Dong-hee Lee, Vice President of KIET, to deliver the opening remarks. Please welcome Dr. Lee with a round of applause. Welcome.
Nin hao, daja hao. Good afternoon. I'm Dong-hee Lee, Vice President at KIET. It is my really great pleasure to join you today in this wonderful event. First of all, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Chairman Tae-in Shi and all colleagues at CDRI for organizing this wonderful event. I would also thank Mr. Tadashi Shihara and Dr. Daeyoung Go for their presentation, as well as all participation, both on-site and online today. Let me briefly introduce my institute. Founded in 1976, I was born at the time. KIET has served as a leading think tank, Korean industrial development and economic growth for the past 50 years. Today, KIET is the only government-funded research institute dedicated to industrial policy. So we actively conduct policy research, strategy analysis, and international cooperation, not only in manufacturing industry, but also service sector. Today, global economy is facing multiple challenges at once. These include, for example, deglobalization and the expansion of protectionism and stronger carbon neutrality regulation and digital transformation and AI. In particular, digital transformation and rapidly reshaping our economy, industry, and daily lives. This change creates significant challenge for SME, but at the same time, this also opens up opportunity for growth. Compared to large corporation, however, SME often have fewer resources and less capacity to respond to this change. For this reason, I believe the role of policy is important more than ever in this year of digital transformation and carbon neutrality. In this context, today's topic, policy and practice for SME digital and green transformation, is both highly timely and deeply meaningful. South Korea, Taiwan, and Japan all share the history of growth, driven by strong manufacturing industry. And also, these days, strengthening SME competitiveness have become an important policy challenge to us. For this reason, I believe sharing policy experience and practical idea among three countries can make an important contribution to SME growth and industrial policy in each of our economy. Therefore, I hope today's seminar will provide a valuable opportunity to learn from one another and further strengthen cooperation and communication among our three institutes. Finally, I would like to once again thank all participants for joining today's event. I hope today's seminar will be productive, meaningful, and inspiring for everyone. Thank you for attention. 谢谢.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. And please remain on the stage because before we proceed to our keynote speeches, we'd like to invite all of our distinguished guests to the stage for a group photo, please. 好，我们邀请今天莅临的所有嘉宾一起来到舞台上面，包含我们的讲师 and also our speakers and panelists to the stage for the group photo. Thank you. Okay, this way, please. And Chairman Shi, please. All right, please come to the stage. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we are so honored to have the group photo with all of you. All right, let's check the camera. 我想请教一下，摄影师 OK 吗？ Yeah， 没问题。Oh, how? Okay. Come closer. And your big smile to the middle side. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the left hand side. One more. Big smile to the left hand side. 好。中间. Okay. Middle side. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. One more. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up to the camera. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. 都有拍到吗？都有捕捉到。Thank you so much and please visit it. Thank you so much. 너무 감사합니다. ありがとうございます. Okay, we will now move on to our today's keynote speeches. And of course, we'd like to invite Chairman Tian Cai-shi of CDRI. Chairman Shi, please. Thank you. You are a round of applause to Chairman Shi. Welcome.
It's better for me to stand here. Okay. Thank you for your coming and share together with some issues concerning the current modern society in the world. A new era for Taiwan, Japan, Korea, strategic economic cooperation, symbiotic evolution of digital sovereignty, and the resilient supply chain alliance. I have opened this concept in UN's fact, dilemma, and the Thailand effect. So in Taiwan, it's the first time to offer publicly. Thank you very much for your coming to share with each other. Okay. Next. Okay. Please take some seconds to overview the outlines. For saving time, I don't like to read it again. Okay. Any question? Okay, a new era of Taiwan, Japan, Korea cooperation begins with one question. How do small medium-sized enterprises survive the security-first supply chain? We know in such a long time in the history, because of the competition necessity between enterprises, between companies, just concern the efficiency first. But now, because the geopolitical assumption, so security first become the new concept and a big challenge for everybody. Situation is TJK together account for about 82% of the global semiconductor market and 99% of memory chip production, the core triangle of the high-tech world. Question comes here. How do TJK small and medium enterprises participate in the new resilient supply chain order, rather than be disparate from it? I think everybody agree with me. That's a big and urgent challenge. Complication. About 400 million in trade for all shuffled in 2025 alone. And SMEs account for about 98% of firms in Taiwan. I think also in Korea. That's okay? Okay. First, data scarcity, skill gaps, destructive financing, and severe demographic decline simultaneously. So we need a solution and an answer. Okay, take a look at this sentence. IISA. This business model has been testified by our colleagues in the area of new southbound. Very successful. Shift from efficiency first to security first is now structural, not cyclical. If that's the reason of the cyclical factors, that's okay, because time can improve it, can resolve it, but that's a structural problem. Becomes a long-term trend. If we try not amend it, improve it, reform it, we just need waiting for someday the enterprises maybe just disappeared. Okay. All the data should here. For small and medium-sized enterprises are left behind because so-called uneven economic development. In Taiwan, now, export is very, very grateful. But when we look at in detail, more than 70% is belong to the contribution from semiconductor sector. So politically, the government every day just say our economy is so strong, stronger than in other countries in the rest of the world. Why? Why Taiwanese people don't buy it? The poll record is historically low. Economic growth is historically high. But the people's feeling, perception is historically low. Why? That's uneven growth. Okay. JASM, Japanese noise, and all the people in the world noise. Okay, proves ecosystem co-export. Co-export, not arm's length trade. It's the new unit of competitiveness. Just unit, a group, an ecosystem. Not one product to one buyer. That's a solution system to an area, to a local area, with a cooperation with some other enterprises in that country. Okay, this is the case. Ecosystem moved not just the factory. This is the new unit of transnational industrial competitiveness. Fire cheap labor, trade-rhythm, stored on competition. SME, labor cooperation, can move now. In the area of the cheap labor cooperation among Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, I think so much conflicts. In Taiwanese eyes, Korea depends on mainland China's market more, right? But in Taiwan, the government say we don't need mainland China market substantially. The better we just try to get out as soon as possible, as large as possible. So that's this risking, the risking, okay, the coupling. Cheap labor cooperation is hard. Why? Just now, we have some understanding. But the SME labor cooperation can move now. No conflicts, no paradox. Can create win-win situation. Okay. Reasons here. So when chip 4 covers the apex of value chain, here people, here are friends, know what is chip 4? 是晶片联盟，美国、台湾、日本、韩国。Okay. IISA, that's initiated by our CDI colleagues. And finally, I combine it as become a complete model, business model. IISA, Industrial Intelligent Solution Alliance, covers the base. The two are complementary, not competing. Pathways to resilience. IISA is the core business model. And that's very practical. And that's useful. Okay, the model become an image here. Frameworks designed to foster symbiotic evolution through technology integration and shared value creation in a fragmented global economy. Now, the global trade market has been fragmented so severely. That's my name, Tianchai Xiu. Increase your property. Okay, Tianchai. Okay, what is that TSMC did at scale? Taiwan SME can do collectively through an IISA. Just debate that much more details about the model image. And this model can be used, compatible for every area, every industries. For example, food tech, farming, health tech, smart energy, and intelligent BCG. Every sectors, CTI has already verified, testified that's okay. That's practical to be useful. Okay. Now, just take some sequence to understanding different strengths, weaknesses, opportunities in the state among Taiwan, Japan, and Korea. Yeah, that's common sense, I think. Okay. So, strategic tools. DPP now has been initiated by UN CFACT, according to some good site outlook. Maybe in 2027, in some sector will be required to use the digital product passport. Not only the resume, only the footprint of a product. It's a ecosystem concept. Even the company trust or not trusted. Not only the goods, quality good or not. Everything. Okay. So for digital product passport, compared with the free trade agreement, maybe that Taiwan is very difficult for us have a lot of FTA with many countries. But by the way of DPP, the goods can go through everywhere in the world. And then implementation roadmap, standardize, federate, governance scale, SFG scale. PPP becomes a very important model for government support this model to use, to develop. Because of private and public sector cooperated with each other. Okay. Thank you. This is very easy asked to understand. Let's build this triangle together. Golden triangle. New golden triangle. Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. Like this case, like this place. Okay? Thank you very much for your listening.
Thank you, Chairman Shi, for the insightful presentation, and please visit it. Thank you so much. And next, please welcome our second speaker, Dr. Tae-Yoon Ko, an expert in technology management and economics from Seoul National University and KIET. Dr. Ko, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Dr. Ko. Welcome.
Hello, ni hao, and konnichiwa. And nice to see you all, guys. And I have to say thank you for giving me this great opportunity to meet experts from Taiwan and Japan. And my name is Tae-Young Go, and it's Gao Da-Young, maybe in Chinese pronunciation, and I'm from KIET in Korea. Today, my presentation is on the digital transformation and AI adoption in Korean business so far, and while focusing on service industries. And my presentation has three parts. The first part is an overview of service competitiveness and digital transformation in three countries. And next part, I will just briefly explain how in Korea the digital transformation is defined and related official data sources for DX and AI, and two empirical studies. And finally, I will show you some recent key challenges Korea is facing. First part is an overview of the service competitiveness and digital transformation in Taiwan, Japan, and Korea. As you all know, three countries are top-tier manufacturing economies. As you can see from the left graph, all the three countries are ranked in around top 10 countries regarding the manufacturing exports. And if you see the right graph, which shows the economic complexity index, which is obtained from product space model and reflects the overall national competitiveness, you can see that all three countries have maintained the top 4 ECI rankings for a long time. But for service, the story is totally different. Because if you see the left graph, you can see that Japan and Korea's export ranking is just from 10th to 12th, and Taiwan is not even in the top 20 for the service exports. And all three countries don't have strong service sectors. And for example, Taiwan only has one strong service sector called goods-related services, which is similar to OEM manufacturing services. So all three countries are strong in manufacturing, but weak in services. And as you can see from the left graph, Taiwan and Korea, the service export shares are very low, even lower than the world average. But in contrast, as you can see from the right, the high ECI ranking countries like Switzerland or United States of America or United Kingdom shows very high service export shares. So then we should ask that, is this going to be a problem? Until recently, it wasn't that big problem, but from now it is. Because digital transformation era has come and the digital service trade has grown rapidly after COVID-19 and now reached to over 50% of total service export, as you can see from the left graph. And also, the productivity complexity index of the digital services has grown so rapidly after COVID-19, and now now digital services became the highest value-added sector among all sectors. So in this context, we can say that weak digital service competitiveness can become a threat to future national competitiveness. As you can see from the left graphs, USA specializes in high PCI digital services, as shown by the red rectangulars in the graph, and their PCI, which is the product complexity index, increasing a lot after COVID-19. Korea has many high PCI manufacturing products, but we don't have specialized high digital service sectors. Japan is similar to Korea, but they have some high PCI service sectors, and including the highest PCI service sector, the charges for the use of intellectual property rights. And because of this export because of these differences in export structure, even though before COVID-19, Japan and Korea have maintained the top ECI rankings, after COVID-19, Korea's ECI ranking showed a large drop, while United States jumped up very sharply. And this, again, we can say that the weak digital service competitiveness is an issue for these manufacturing-oriented countries. Then how about digital transformation and AI? As you can see from the right graph, Taiwan and Korea are ranked in around 10th, and Japan is ranked around 30th, so it's no big problem. And for AI index, Korea and Japan and Taiwan are in top 20 list, so we don't have any problems. So overall, 3 countries are not that bad so far regarding digital transformation and AI adoption. But at the firm level, it's very different. As you can see from the left graph, Japan shows the lowest level regarding DX adoption, while Korea shows the top among the OECD countries. But even in both countries, there is a huge gap between large companies, which is shown by the round, and the SMEs, especially in the AI and big data. And even in Korean industry, you can see that there is a huge gap among large enterprises and SMEs, and it varies a lot by industry. For example, in accommodation and food services and education and real estate, the gap is approximately 50%. So this means that more detailed firm level analysis is required, not just the national level data and the national level analysis. So to summarize, we found that 3 countries are strong in manufacturing but weak in services. So I think that we need to accelerate the digital transformation and AI adoption in services. And at the firm level, we found that there exists some kind of significant level of digital divide. So firm level analysis, firm level cross-country analysis would be valuable if we can cooperate together. So next part is on the Korea's case, and I will show you how digital transformation is defined in Korea and official data sources, because I think that will be a good starting point for the collaborative research among us. Unlike OECD defines digital transformation very broadly and technologically neutrally, in Korea, the digital transformation is defined as improving efficiency and creating new value through intelligent information technologies. And also the intelligent information technology is legally defined as 4th industrial revolution technologies, such as AI, big data, cloud, and IoT. So we can say that in Korea, the digital transformation is defined more regarding more on the advanced technologies. So considering that definition, we have 3 main official data sources regarding DX and AI. First one is survey on enterprise informatization, and it's most detailed survey on DX AI data. So it's submitted to OECD for the public access, and so it's best for current status analysis, but it's not panel structure and it doesn't contain much firm information. So it's limited for the causal or empirical research. Next one is survey on business activities, and it's the most widely used in Korean empirical studies regarding DX and AI. And because it contains comprehensive firm characteristics and it's quasi panel data, but small SMEs like under 50 employees are excluded from the sample, so it's limited regarding SME research. And the last one is workplace panel survey, and it's the richest employment data set, so it's very suitable for the DX AI employment impact research. But it didn't contain the AI DX related questions before, but from last year, it contains the sub-surveys on AI and robotics, so it will be a very valuable data sources soon. So we used two of these data sources, and the first one is on the Korean service firms R&D, digital transformation, adoption, and productivity relationships using a CDM model approach. And this model uses the survey on business activities. And the second one is on the impact of AI adoption on establishment performances, and we use the staggered DID approach and workplace panel survey for the first time in Korea. So from now, I'll show you some empirical results we obtained. Previous Korean studies regarding the DX adoption is limited regarding data coverage and inconclusive findings and little endogenous control. And there is a kind of some policy debate regarding the directly subsidizing the ready-made DX solution by SMEs versus supporting R&D and the DX adoption simultaneously. We didn't have empirical evidences regarding this policy debate. So in this study, using the most recent survey on business activities, we analyzed the causal relationships of service R&D and DX adoption and productivity through the CDM model. And here, DX adoption is treated as an innovation-like input that changes how firms produce, deliver, and create new outputs. And by using CDM model, we control the endogeneity bias. And we extended the data coverage, and we estimated the relationship between R&D and DX adoption, so we could get the empirical answers for the policy debate. And we also compare the manufacturing versus to service industries. So we got some results. And this is the CDM model. And first, at stage 1, we modeled the R&D participation and investment intensity while controlling the sample selection bias. And from this stage 1, we obtained the predicted R&D intensity. And using that, we model the DX technology adoption process. And from this, we get the predicted DX adoption, and we estimate the effect of DX adoption to firms' performances, especially on the labor productivity. And before going into the estimation results, if we look at the left graph, as shown by the red dashed boxes, you can see that manufacturing firms are participating in R&D much more than service firms. And in both industries, larger firms participate in R&D much more than smaller firms. And regarding DX technology adoption, unlike our expectations, service firms are participating or adopting the DX technology much more than manufacturing firms. But here again, larger firms adopt DX technology much more, like double the rate of the SMEs. So this can reflect the kind of digital divide in the future. So this is the estimation results, and you can just pay attention to the red dashed boxes. And the first one is on the R&D effect on the digital transform DX adoption by firm size, and the other one is on the effect of digital transformation to productivity by firm size. So if we summarize the results, we found that R&D significantly affect the DX adoption, but the patterns are different among the firm sizes and industries. As you can see from the top right graph, for manufacturing, the R&D intensity affects significantly positively to the all firm sizes DX adoption. But in service industries, only smaller firms have the significant positive effect from the service R&D. And for stage 3, which is on the DX adoption's effect on the productivity, as you can see from the down right graphs, in manufacturing, all sizes of manufacturing firms have the positive impact from positive productivity gain from DX adoption. But unlike that, in service industries, service firms have no productivity gain from the digital transformation. So based on this research, we can say that regarding the policy debate, we think that supporting service R&D and DX adoption simultaneously would be more effective than just subsidizing off-the-shelf DX AI solutions to the SMEs alone. And also, since we found no clear productivity effect for service firms, we think that to support for creating digital transformation-based revenue models would be required. And next empirical study is on the impact of digital transformation and AI adoption on firm performances. We use the staggered DID approach for this analysis. And if we look at the previous studies, mainly all of the previous studies were relying on survey on business activities, and it's a valuable resource, but there is a kind of some limitations. For example, data coverage issue and inconclusive findings and limited employment information. And in addition to that, previous studies relied on the standard difference in difference model or two-way fixed effect model, so it's kind of a biased result. So in this study, we used the workplace panel survey for the first time in Korea, and we used the staggered DID model to analyze the causal effect of AI adoption on establishment performances. And we considered 4 business performances, such as sales, value-added, labor productivity, and total factor productivity, and also 11 disaggregate employment outcomes. And also we conducted subgroup analysis by industry, technology level, and establishment size. And this figure shows the difference between standard DID model and staggered DID model. In normal standard difference in difference model, all firms are assumed to adopt AI at the same time, but it's not realistic. So to reflect this different or staggered timing of AI adoption, two-way fixed effect model was commonly used. But the two-way fixed effect model produces the biased result, which means that it's not correct. So we use the staggered DID model as shown by the equations at the right bottom. So from now, I'll show you some results, and these results show that the meaning of staggered DID model, I think. From the TWFE results, we found that AI adoption affects sales, value-added, and labor productivity significantly. But while from more staggered DID research, we found only we couldn't find any significant relationship between AI adoption and the firm's business performances, except the group 2019 sales. So we can say that until so far in Korea, the AI adoption didn't improve the Korean firms' business performances significantly. But unlike our expectation, AI adoption affected the direct employment very positively. And as you can see from the left table, the employment effect was the largest for the G Group 2019, which showed a significant sales effect. And if you see the lower bottom boxes, we can see that the effect of AI adoption on the employment is very dynamic and is significant until 2 years after adoption, but it becomes insignificant from from 3 years. This means that the long-term effect of AI adoption on the employment may not remain positive in the long run. And in addition to the direct employment, it is found that AI adoption affects the recruitment and turnover at the same time. And here again, you can see in the bottom that the AI adoption affects the recruitment in the dynamic fashion, like significantly positive until 2 years after adoption, but it turns negative from 3 years. This means that there is a possibility of the job recruitment decreasing from the AI adoption. And if we look into more detail regarding the industry level, then you can see that it's very heterogeneous by industries. And as you can see, in distribution, transportation, logistics, courier, and delivery industry, there is a negative impact. It is found that there is a negative impact from AI adoption on the direct employment and the recruitment, and also especially for production managers and clerical workers. So we can say that for certain industries like distribution or transportation industries, job loss by AI already started. And if we look, I think that the right side table is very important for this seminar. And you can see that the larger establishments, over 500 employees, shows very significant business performance improvements. The value-added labor productivity and total factor productivity of the larger establishments increased a lot, and which shows that productivity gain. But there is no significant employee gains for these large firms. But in contrast, in smaller establishments with under 99 employees, you can see that there is a significant sales effect and a very large direct employment increase effect. But there is no productivity gain for these SMEs, so this result can reflect the possibility of the digital divide across large firms and SMEs. So if we summarize the key findings and implications, we found that for overall industries, AI adoption affects the Korean establishments' employment much more than the business performance effects. And there's a dynamic way of impact, and there's so we found that the long-run employment effects may not remain positive. And also we found that for example, the Group 2019, the effects are the largest when accompanied by sales growth. The employment effects are largest when accompanied by sales growth. So this means that a policy should support AI projects that expand real output. And we also identified occupation-specific effects of AI adoption. So we think that occupation-level monitoring and targeted retraining is required. And from subgroup analysis, we found that the effect is very heterogeneous across industries. And for distribution and logistics, employment and recruitment already declined. So for this area, job transition support urgently is required. And in the previous page, we saw that productivity gains are concentrated on larger firms, while sales and employment increase for the AI adopting SMEs. So we think that AI voucher support for SMEs can achieve sales and employment gains. So it will be an effective policy option. So from now on, I'll tell. It's the last part, and change it. Sorry, I have to read. Okay, so this is what we have seen so far. As we have seen, the productivity. Regarding the business performances in Korea, the AI or DX adoption was not that good, but regarding the employment effect, it was not that bad. So there was no dramatic displacement yet, but we found that the productivity gains will concentrate only in the larger firms, while the employment effect is concentrated on SMEs, which shows the possibility of digital divide. And also from the results regarding the distribution and logistics service industry, we think that AI and robot-driven automation may signal what lies ahead for other sectors as physical AI matures. But these days, even in Korea, the employment threat from AI is becoming real. And for example, white-collar and IT professionals are being hit first, unlike our expectation. For example, the professional employment dropped significantly, and it was the largest monthly drop on record. And also the IT sector, which has shown the fastest growing area for employment for a long time in Korea, now no longer hires new developers because the AI can handle the junior level tasks very well. So youth employment is now collapsing. So it recorded the lowest since 2014 this year. And now the so-called seniority biased effect, which means that the seniors can stay while the juniors cannot enter into the employment enter into the labor market. So it was pointed out by Bank of Korea and Bureau Nielsen as well. So, and also job openings are collapsing now. So this is not a good sign for Korea. And also these days, the Hyundai Motors introduced a physical AI robot called Atlas, and it triggered the big conflicts among the labor union and the company. So now we are in very hard situation even in Korea. So I think that it's the good time for us to start collaborative research, because I think that collaborative research can address the issues regarding the data scarcity and the policy knowledge gaps among each country. And I just added some crude ideas regarding the collaborative research. And I think that cross-country comparison of AI DX adoption effects can be a good starting point. And also digital divide and SME policy effectiveness can be empirical issues as well. And also I think that the so-called seniority biased employment effects can be a good option, because we are all facing the aging societies. And because three countries are all very manufacturing-oriented countries, physical AI and the related labor issue can be a good collaborative research candidate. So this is the end of my presentation, and 謝謝 and ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Dr. Ko, for the insightful speech. And now, please welcome our third speaker for today, Mr. Tadashi Ishihara, former chairperson of JTREC and an expert in the hospitality and catering service industry. And now, please give a round of applause to Mr. Ishihara. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to appreciate for inviting me here and give me opportunity to talk, especially the staff of the CDRI. And both gentlemen's speech was very impressive. I realized the importance of digital transformation besides some program we do have in the future. Okay, my turn. My subject is a little bit familiar and intimate for you because a story about the hotel. Okay. Okay, my name is Ishihara, and I am the top executive of both hotel companies. And I have a 30 years career in IT, in the hotel business. I am very proud of, I was the first person who developed the PMS, Hotel Management System, whole in the world. At that time, year of 1973, system in the service industry is very rare. Besides, hotels do not stop operation 24 hours. So we introduced a tandem-style computer system, and my first encounter with the AI was 1998. That's very primitive age of the AI, but I installed the two systems, one for the reservation forecast, the other is the staff shifting schedule. It's a little bit early stage of that, but anyway, it worked. And besides my career in business, I was teaching in the universities. My subject was system design, tourism management, hotel management, that kind of things. Okay. My background is JTREC. JTREC is an organization. This is a forum to study the travel, tourism, and leisure field of the UN EDIFACT. We've been asked by the Department of Department of Transportation of Government. So now we are a member of the UNCFACT and AFACT. So two projects are now going on. So first I'd like to let you know something about the hotel business. Hotel is a so-called small community. People get together, stay, eat, meetings, conventions, anything happen in the community, it happens in a hotel. So people say it's a small community. Besides, the hotel is a part of the community itself. So anything happen to, any problem happen in the society, community, happen in the hotel. Oil crisis, air pollution, water supply problem, plastics, diversity, anything happen in the community, happen in the hotel. So second characteristics point is big popularity against the size of a company. If you find a 100 small hotel just located in front of railroad station, everybody in the city knows name of the hotel and location. It could be but company size is very small, tiny. But everybody knows the name of the hotel. So that makes a good motivation to get another industry into the hotel industry. If the big company who maybe manufacturing company to making the automobile parts or something, nobody knows the name of the company, but once they have became the owner of the hotel, everybody knows. Sometimes it gets a good fortune to fame. So this is one of the characteristics they have. And the other thing is people think hotel is a spender, big spender. Energy, water, food, anything. Of course, if hotel has 500 rooms, it means there are 500 houses there. So, but hotel is not a spender. Okay? This is a concentrated consumption. There's a person who had a shower in the hotel room. He never had a chance to have a shower in his home. Say, this is a concentrated consumption. Sometimes people misunderstood that. Okay, so above reasons, people watch, not to see, just to watch the hotel all the time, right? 24 hours. Steam from the boiler. Sometimes people wondering, even the white steam comes from the top of the chimney, may think, isn't that something hazardous gas or something? Okay, small stream in the garden, where the water comes from and where to go? Flowers. Okay, traffic jams. If we have the reception party to introducing a new CEO of the company, the client invite 1,000 executives to the party, at least 500 cars rush to the hotel, cause a heavy traffic jam. I say around 2-3 kilometers around. Okay, and if you go back to the back of the house, back of the hotel, you may find a bunch of garbage cans full of the garbage. Where they are going? So, anyway, those people's opinion, people say, hotel industry react appropriately and quickly. Reduce elimination. Use midnight electricity to make ice. Okay, let me explain a little bit about this. You know, the electricity cost is lower than in midnight, lower than in daytime, because dynamo cannot be stopped, generator cannot be stopped, so cost is lower than the daytime. So we make use of the cheap electricity to make ice and pool. So we use this ice to cooling system in the daytime, reduce the energy, okay, drain for that, so and so, okay. So anyway, lodging industry always a little bit ahead of the society takes action about the energy conservation, avoid pollution or something. So this is my idea. It started in 1973, the year of first oil crisis. So we are very much aware of that. So at first we thought energy saving was a part of the management to make profit. But it is far beyond that. It's good for the society. It's good for the country. So first thing we have to do is inside the house. We have to educate our staff. Most of the employees have no attention to the hotel balance sheet. Profit, making a profit or not, it's not another matter. So we tell them, those actions is not only for the hotel, but good to the society, good for the country. It means good for you and your family. So what we took very much care is we use a very easy word to educate them. Like catchword, if you say the catchword zero carbon, it's a good word to hear, but it makes nothing to tell how to achieve the goals. So we use very, like a common sense, very easy expression, such a turn off your light when you leave the room, something like that. So I will tell another good experiment we have done. Okay. I think the one slide is missing. And one experiment we have was done by energy agency of government. I was a member of the committee which discussed about the energy in the future. In that committee, we have experiment. So watt meter of the electricity gauge, usually sitting outside of the house, staff can easily to find from the outside of the house. But instead, we set the watt meter in the house, kitchen or living room. Every family member can see. Also, it indicates not consumption of electricity by watt kilowatt. Instead, we show them by money how much money you consumed up to now. That it worked. It worked. I'm not sure it continues or not. But anyway, that way we find too easy to understand about energy. Okay, so this is my business. So I use the public relations. So people know what we are doing. We are doing this good thing. We're saying to the community. So we use those output to the community, to guests and shareholders. But be careful. When we talk to the guest, if we comment too much, that makes the guest unconscious and suspicious. Less something. Less something means less service or less quality, less quantity of food or something. So we are very much careful about this. And of that experiment I did, what matter, living room, kitchen, indicate electric consumption, but money, okay? And other thing I did was to cooperate with other hotel. Of course, we do something, but it's a small amount of that, so we cooperate. The other hotels, like even the competitor, Okura Hotel and Imperial is a big competitor. Everybody knows it. So we cooperate to share those things and makes a good result. Okay. Anyway, those action we take was under circumstances, quality is maintained. This is the basic concept. We do something to conservation, to the energy or something. That's the base. Quality is maintained. And the result, of course, we have a good reputation. Hotel industry very much aware of the energy conservation, avoid pollution or something. That's what we expected. Okay, but it costs the hotel. Big investment sometimes, like when you try to have the ice pool, it costs a lot. 15 years depreciation. And like a facility making manure, we need a space because fresh garbage turned to manure takes 5 or 6 days to fermentation. So we need a space. It means a cost to the hotel. So now we go into a little bit details. So this is the question I'd like to ask you. Amenities. Lot of amenities means qualified proof of the qualified hotel. People say so that. Like my experience, I stay in a hotel. I'm a management staff of the hotel, so I used to treat it like a VIP. VIP means no very important person, no, very impossible person, I mean. So anyway, whenever I stayed in a hotel, I found a big basket of the fruit, even a whole melon in a basket. Stay just one night. How can I eat it? But once it's served to the guest, of course, you cannot reuse. It goes directly to the basket, garbage can, or somebody's stomach. What a waste. And other thing, bathroom amenities. Last month I stayed in the hotel Osaka. I counted amenity goods in the bathroom. I counted 17 items in bathroom. Is that the hotel's idea? If I charge a lot of room charge, so offer something more, or guest request. If I have something, cosmetic removers, we'll be hopeful, okay, we'll take this. That kind of thing happened. Anyway, I always wondering about this amenity goods. Okay, food and beverage. This is a good resource of making the profit to the hotel. So we had a very good system for that very control system. This is the purpose. This purpose is to make a constant quality and cost. This is the main purpose. But each procedure is good for the save energy. Like purchasing, we avoid frequent orders. It means frequent delivery by the vendors. If we can reduce it, of course, the energy will be reduced. As store, keep first in, first out. Of course, we use the old one first. It avoids the perishable food waste. So preparation. Recently, we use a very new technology to the cooking, like oven, to like making roast or something. Oven controlled by microcomputer within it. So we can reduce the energy so much, but tasted good, just like a. And garbage sorting, of course. So another question I'd like to ask you. I hate buffet party. I'm a hotel people, hotel management. Love to have the buffet party because we make a good profit from it. But maybe it's the origin in the cocktail party. Cocktail glass in your hand, walking around, meet people and enjoy conversation. This is the start of that. But some very clever or smart, that guy or not, have introduced this system into the meal. Not only drink, but eat something, food. But eating on standing, what ill-mannered. When I was a child, my parents all told me, don't eat on standing. Okay. So why we have a party? Sponsor will be happy if the guests are happy. Guests are, of course, happy. Eat as much as you can. Anything you like. To a hotel, of course, they are happy. More, we expect a lot of business from there. But it costs a lot of leftover, of course. So nobody can expect how much food will be consumed by the guest. So we always prepare a little bit more than the number of people, number of guests. So sponsors hate to see the empty dishes on the table. So touched or untouched, leftover must be discarded because of sanitary reasons, of course. Where they're going, just dump to the waste basket. So recently in Japan, some hotels tried to separate food table. One for table, you eat here, only here. The other table, food are set, you may take this food out with paperback on it. How do you think about that? You agree or disagree? I disagree myself. Okay, someone said it's good for the guests, reduce the guests and also to reduce the leftover. But someone says, anyway, food is too much. Besides, hotels have no idea when and where guests may eat the food. Taste is doubtful. So anyway, so this concerning this theme, controversy is going on now. Okay, another good system for to manage to reduce the carbon is facility management. In this case, facility means from building to furniture and repair, maintenance, and renovation all works under the facility management systems. So this is the word. Keep the facility in best condition all the time means save energy and good for zero carbon. Because every facility building getting old, start old as soon as operation starts. Of course, Once it was completed, then getting old. So keep always good condition is the best thing to save energy. Okay, architecture, building. This is the biggest commodity to the hotel. Guest room is the architecture, part of the architecture. So zero carbon. Architecture had the key. Of course, operation can make some effect, but architecture is the key to do that. Construction technologies, materials, they are improved. They contribute too much to the zero carbon. And I have some confrontation always when we start the hotel. Owner and architect try to construct something different, something unique, something outstanding design. Sometimes it calls a high ceiling. High ceilings, huge space of lobby, decorative interior, very complicated configuration of function rooms or something. So it causes inefficiency. Inefficiency is the cause of extra carbon, extra energy, of course. So this is a big fight between the owner, architect, and operator. Recently, many operating company was born. So owner and the operator, the different companies. So owner tried to construct a new decorative hotel, but operator's idea from point of view simply the better. So Okay, confrontation 2. What tourists want for versus zero carbon? When you stay at a hotel, what do you want? What do you want most? Comfortable room with a lot of amenities, and spacious lobby and garden, beautiful garden, and variety of restaurant. Like in Okura Hotel, Tokyo, 900 rooms hotel has 18 restaurant bars, besides 38 function rooms. I was a management, so I couldn't say that, but what a waste. Because the occupancy of the function rooms less than 50%. Always 20% rooms are empty, but still air conditioning is going on. So, one other thing I'd like to ask you. Travel make people extravagant. You think so that? Okay, transportation. What you need is rapid and spacious. As an executive of the company, I should fly by first class all the time. Space is 10 times as much as the economy class. Of course, cost is 10 times as much economy class. But is it really necessary such a space to fly? Recently, some airlines, Europe, installed a monoclass flight. No first class, no business class, just simple monoclass. More efficient flight. And eat more food than usual. Last month, my daughter came to Taipei with her friends, spent 5 days in Taipei, and visited 35 restaurants and cafes or some place to eat. 3 times as much as usual. And luxury meat, champagne with caviar, foie gras, or something to do. But I say, oh, just special occasions, just once a year. It's okay. It causes a waste of the energy. And shopping. We had operated a resort hotel in middle of the mountain, footskirt of the Mount Fuji. Best sales in the hotel shop is ladies' clothing accessories. Okay. My wife and me, every summer we go to the Halekulani Hotel in Hawaii. Beautiful hotel, I love that. I stayed a couple of weeks. And at the lobby, there's a shop for silver accessories shop. George Jensen, you know the name. She always buy one accessory. Why accessories, silver accessories in Hawaii? You may find a lot of shops in Tokyo. Why in Hawaii? I always complain it, not because of the cost, money, but if she buy such an accessory in Hawaii, it should be bring back to Tokyo. You need extra airline fuel to carry it back to Tokyo. Well, anyway, what I would like to say is shopping is a very important part of the tourism. See, all something extra energy is necessary to do this. Contradiction. Tourism industry try to achieve zero carbon, but it seems tourists go to the other way. Extravagant for everything. So I say mutual understanding is necessary between tourism industry and here a tourist come. Okay, idea of moderate way of life, moderate way of travel. Easy to say, but hard to do it. Okay, this is my last word to say. Aristotle, the famous Greece ancient philosopher, he mentioned in his book, Methodologics, a human being is animal who wants to know unknown world. This is a famous phrase. So, unknown means unknown nature, unknown country, unknown culture, unknown anything. Tourism is part of human nature. Tourism is an activity of human being to know unknown. So as long as the human being exists, as long as world in peace, tourism lasts long. So fight for the carbon goals last long. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ishihara-san, for the wonderful presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a 20-minute coffee break. If you have any questions regarding the keynote speeches, there will be a Q&A session immediately following the panel discussion. And now refreshments are available outside the conference room. Please enjoy. The next session will begin at 3:50. So please come back on time. Thank you for your cooperation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the second half of the program will begin in 5 minutes. Please take your seats and kindly ensure your mobile phones are on silent or turned off to avoid any interruptions. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, our panel discussion will start just in 2 minutes, so please be seated. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have gained wonderful insights from our keynote speakers on digital and green transformation. And now we will move on to the panel discussion, followed by a Q&A session for any question you may have. And it's my great honor to have Chairman Tiancai Shi moderate this session. So we now invite Chairman Shi to the stage. Welcome. Along with our keynote speakers, we'd like to welcome Dr. Call again and Mr. Ishihara. Please come to the stage. You a round of applause to welcome our two speakers once again to the stage. Welcome. And also two industry experts, Ms. Ingrid Pong, Vice President of Marketing at Xinguang Mitsukoshi. Welcome. And Mr. Brian Tian, President of TechCom, to the stage. All right, so our panelists will delve into practical experiences and current industry trends. We look forward to the concrete insights this session will bring. So now let's hand over to Chairman Shi.
Thank you very much for your kind again. Today we are pleased to
All right, so our panelists will delve into practical experiences and current industry trends.
Okay,
We
thank
look
you.
forward to the
Today, we are privileged to have industry leaders with us to share how they bridge the gap between policy and practice. To begin our discussion, I would like to turn to Vice President Fang of Xinguang Mitsukoshi, a cornerstone of Taiwan's retail excellence. Everybody recognize that. Okay, first question to Ms. Fang. Xinguang Mitsukoshi, as a leader in Taiwan's retail industry, possesses massive offline foot traffic and a robust digital membership base. In the process of driving digital transformation, how does your company utilize its app or data analytics to transform fragmented customer behavior into precision service? Furthermore, for small and medium-sized enterprises or individual brands, what do you believe is the most critical first step in building a customer-centric digital transformation? Okay, that's a question for to you. Okay.
Thank you. So first of all, I would like to thank you all for having me in this panel discussion and to really have this very valuable time to spending with valuable, keynote speakers and all of you. I'm from 星光米之 Koshi, and that is 星光三月, as you know, and I will call it SKM as we have many digital brands called SKM Eats, SKM App, SKM Online, etc. So I think when talking about app and data, I would like to give you some background information. There are around 4.5 million SKM members at this time, and which means about 1 out of 5 people in Taiwan is actually SKM members. And they actually contribute massively 85% of our total revenue, our members. And 80% of our members actually use our SKM app. So that's why we're talking about at this point, to share with you our perspective on app, or we should say digital transformation, leveraging our APP. So we actually start our digital transformation journey around 10 years ago. So if I ask you one question, if you were the CEO of SKM in around 2014, what would be your starting point for digital transformation for SKM? Are you going to build an e-commerce platform? Are you going to, you want to sell products online? Or what strategy are you going to implement at the time? So at the time, we actually choose a very important and right strategy. That is to actually empower our physical business and to actually make our customer experience more convenient and more fluent. So for example, at the time, we built function of like parking space check before you can come to the store, or you can make reservations of the restaurants via app, or for example, you can actually use our app to really fulfill this cashless, payment process. So at the time, not until COVID, did we really build these digital channels like SKM Online, those digital channels, because we think to really serve our customers at first place is the most important thing for SKM, even until today. And around 2022, our CEO say that we are going to open up our ecosystem to all the brands to sort of look for strategic brand alliance to really form this ecosystems of SKM. So, which means we invite more industry other than the brand counters in our stores. For example, like a travel industry or OTT or entertainment industry. So our members can use their SKM points to really redeem this service so that they can really fulfill this very wonderful lifestyle in our SKM ecosystem. And a lot of new brands can actually join this ecosystem and to reach out to our members. So this actually is a win-win-win solution at a time. And also we have a new business model maybe you have heard of, which is RMN, which is Retail Media Network. That's started by Amazon or Walmart, those retail brands, abroad. And around 3 or 5 years ago, Taiwan started to have this RMN, Retail Media Network, which means that we can use the data of retail to help the brands to do for example, like their brand marketing and to reach out to the customers. so that they can improve their brand awareness or their sales. And at the time, we can have this new revenue stream and new revenue. And also at the time, maybe we can also help our brand to do business in our store. So this is the digital transformation history of SKM. And at this time, because we have all these services and all these wonderful members, purchase data and behavior data, we can do many, segmentation to do different ways of to serve our customers, in different ways. I would like to just have an example to share with you in terms of data and AI. That's a very interesting part for me. Like if you are our SKM members, we actually know what car brand you drive. Because when you come to our store, and remember we have this parking service on app, right? And we have the CCTV. So when you come in, you will have this label on you, on our members. So we know that like one member, they actually drive a luxury car, and one member actually drive, for example, Tesla. So they are more probably ESG oriented, so that we can, have different services to them. So a very practical part is if you drive, for example, Mercedes-Benz or BMW, etc., but you are our red car holders, which means is that our entry level of our car holders, probably you have more potential value to spend in SKM, right? So there's one person I know. He actually, is our red car member, and I believe he also drives luxury car. So I believe he will have many, many potentials for SKM. So that's a very, a real case, a very interesting way of leveraging data. So to put it simple, it's very important for not only big company or the small brands to build their own membership at first place. So that's probably, I think, the most important starting point to do digital transformation, so that you will have data to actually strengthen the long-time loyalty of these customers and have this substantial relationship with the brand's customers. So that's my answers to Chairman Shu's question.
Okay, thank you. And then we got a second question to you again. Okay, yeah, continue. It's fascinating to see how data service as the new oil for retail precision. However, digital transformation is not just about efficiency. It's also a powerful tool for sustainability. This leads me to a growing global emphasis on ESG. With ESG being a major global focus, how does Xinguang Sanye align its digital initiatives, such as paperless system and electronic vouchers, with energy saving and the carbon reduction goal? Specifically, how has the implementation of digital technology provided tangible benefits for energy management within department store or the green of supply chain?
Okay. Thank you for the question. I would look at this issue in two ways. One would be energy saving or to reduce carbon emission to increase the efficiency. And the other way I would like to look at this issue would be ESG as society. How as one of the leading brand, one of the retail brand in Taiwan, do we want to help our stakeholders to be strong and in our ecosystem with this ESG spirit. So first of all, when we talk about efficiency or this carbon emission reduction, I will share two cases that is very important for us. One is our paperless operation. So for example, we do this paperless work of like e-invoice or this taxi, not taxi, I'm sorry, tax reduction, refund, tax refund, thank you, tax refund, or this credit card split to actually help our customer to be more convenient. And at the same time, we also boost our operational efficiency. And the second example I'd like to share with you would be the migration of our service to the cloud. That is a very important milestone for us to, in terms of ESG or in terms of this in regard of the environment. So these 3 years, we have migrated all of our services, including the app services that I shared with you just minutes ago, to the cloud. And we actually achieve a goal of reduce around 65 to 85% of carbon emission. And that is around equivalent of 1.5 大安森林公园，1.5座大安森林公园，equivalent of around 5,500 trees in Taiwan. So I think that is not only to sort of increase the efficiency and effectiveness of our operation, but to really fulfill this ESG spirit. So that's the efficiency part I would like to share with you. And the other one, the other case I really like, I would like to share with you is last year, we did a project called T368. Because in Taiwan, there are 368 cities and countries in Taiwan. So we try to introduce those very good and very wonderful, valuable Taiwanese brand to our members. So we call it T368. But because those local farmers, they don't really have this capability to do e-commerce or to do content or even to do marketing. So the way we help them is to leverage AI, to use generative AI and LLM model to build a site for those local farmers. So basically, we generate all the brand stories and all the pictures and all the link on this website using 100% AI last year. So this year, this case, we just won this we call Retail HR Awards in Singapore. So we are going to have this ceremony this June. So we are very honored to really won this award, which calls Best AI Initiative of the Year, Taiwan. So that's the case I would like to share with you. That is not only to boost efficiency, but also to reward to the society.
Yes, it sounds like everything is first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And additionally, we got a certain question to you. The seminar brings together experts from Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. So, Xinguang Sanye has a long history of collaboration with Japanese partners. Everybody knows. From your perspective, as Japanese and Korean retail aggressively adopt AI and automation, what specific areas or opportunities do you see for the Taiwanese retail industry to engage in further knowledge exchange or cross-border collaboration?
Okay, thank you. It's very honor and very inspiring to listen to the sharing of today's keynote speakers. And actually, SKM has cooperated with, I think, both Korean and Japanese brand for many years. So, for example, we have this Japanese and Korean food exhibition every year, and that's a very important event for SKM. And also, we have just created a new brand last year called SKM Men's. That's cooperated with Isedan, last year. And also, just I think this month we have an exhibition of Hyundai department store exhibition, pop-up store in our Taichung store. So we do have many cooperation opportunity with our Japanese and Korean partners, but mostly I think it's in its product level of partnership. So maybe in the future, we can explore more possibilities. Like, for example, just pop up in my mind, maybe because for SKM, the tourist, the top ranking tourist abroad is actually, I mean, the second place and third place is actually Japan and Korean. So we can, for example, introduce our T36A products of all the wonderful Taiwan brands, and to introduce these brands to our Korean and Japanese friends. That's probably the things we can do first of all, or we can also try to figure out how to leverage Korean technology of, for example, like AI and LLM modeling. Because at this time, I remember the keynote speaker just shared that I think most of the company, I think not only in Korean, but also in Taiwan, we haven't really seen major, big impact, business impact yet. Leveraging agentic AI or even generative AI. So this is the time we are trying to explore more impactful use of this technology. So I think it would be good if we can explore if it's more like Korean use cases, for example, like conversational commerce or social commerce. How do they leverage these AI tools to actually serve the customers and the members? Those technology area, I think, is the possibility for us to further probe.
So you think AI is cost much or no?
AI? I think at first, I have to say, because of the token, I don't know how to translate token. Because when you actually want to generate websites or generate those contents, or even you have to understand and to recommend products or respond to our customers, actually it's all take this token, 要用 token 去演算, right? So it's actually at first very costly. But that's for the T36A POC, proof of concept website last year, I have to say we spent quite a lot money to do that POC. But the same thing for this year, I have found many alternative solutions. I cannot say alternative solution. I would say other possibilities to do the same thing. So I guess cost is the issue, but it would not become a very just, I think that would be the issue at this time, but it won't be the major issue in the future. I think for the business, for the brand, it's very important to think what AI, why I want to use AI, what AI can help my brand, what AI can help my customers. That's the most important questions to raise instead of, what AI or AI, just to use AI for, for no purpose.
Okay, thank you, Vice President Fang. And then to develop deeper into industry and technology background, a backbone of these transitions, I would like now invite President Tian of TECOM, to share your expertise.
Okay. When we talk about digitalization, actually, you must consider whether there is a key driver to make everyone want to make change. And if we recall the digitalization history, you can see maybe the internet is was a key driver before, and the mobility, and the cloud, and then AI maybe is a very significant driver to make enterprise to make change. But I just read a report from the Sequoia Capital. According to their estimation, the AI technology compared to the other industrial revolution driver, maybe he's the fattest and the biggest driver compared to those driver in the history. But the problem is the AI adoption still short of some factors. So even though the technology rise very fast, but the adoption still need to wait for a long time. So during this period, before we really wait the maturity of the AI, and then there should have some application vendors to use the so-called token to consume that and to do some calculation or the forecasting, that kind of things. TECOM is a subsidiary of a TECO Group. TECO Group has a 70 years history, and we focus on the electromechanical gears and the power equipment. So you can imagine, like this kind traditional company, we don't really have digitalization. I really feel a little bit ashamed to say, even 3 years before, our headquarters, especially in the ballroom, the Wi-Fi equipment, we still use as a household equipment. So we notice when the security or cybersecurity become a critical issue, and then we start the digitalization. And so for TECOM, we start the digitalization is because we want to leverage the driver like AI or digitalization. Because in Taiwan, the experience, the decarbonization really very complex. And a lot of companies, they just want to comply the government regulation or just do it like exporting exercise. But one of the reasons, especially for those SMB, they are short of the SMEs people. They don't have a knowledge of the decarbonization. So how come they can adopt this? So TECOM is a very similar like this way. But fortunately, because we coming from the ICT space, the information communication technology space, so we have some people, they already have the digitalization capability. So we leverage them to start to develop some the software platform to help ourselves and the conglomerate to manage our affiliates across the world, the more than 100 sites. So if you don't have the digital platform, you cannot manage that. And then, as what I say, TECOM is a provider of like electromechanical equipments. So we also understand if you really want to reduce the emission of the carbon audits, and then you need to use this kind. You need to do a better job on the energy management. So the the situation or the circumstances we use the digitalization actually is apply it onto the energy management. So it's not only for ourselves. We want to do it just like a reporting or the compliance activity. We also want to use this to increase or improve our efficiency. And when we have the confidence, because we already deploy internally, and then we want to make some social impact. So this is also another driver for us. It's an external factor. But it's impossible for us because in the past, we normally support those larger companies. But if we want to support the SMB, the government, the Taiwan government, actually they have the administration of medium and small companies. And then seems like CDRI, they have a very good relationship with them. So we as a technical vendor, we cooperate with CDRI, try to provide the platform to help the SMB customer to reduce the carbon the emission. So that's a starting point. We step out from our office, but to make the social impact. So if the career, you already make this a complete survey, and then maybe if you still stay here for a few days, you can arrange an appointment with the director Deng, and she can share with you what's the initiative Taiwan we already taken, and then maybe you can deploy in Korea. Or sorry to say about that because maybe you already have some very advanced initiative, but I don't have this kind of information, so make some introduction. Thank you.
Yeah, I think your response is very interesting. So I got a further question to ask you more concretely. In response to complex energy demands, TECOM has developed an intelligent AI-enabled platform. What specific role does this system play in microgrid operations and daily energy management? More importantly, how does it help enterprise become ESG ready?
Okay. The mother company, they focus on the electrification and also to help to bring the green energy solution to customers. So therefore, we also need to observe what happened in those enterprise customers. Because in Taiwan, it's a very unique situation. I don't know whether this is similar in Korea or Japan. Because the energy supply is very critical for us, especially during the war in Hormuz. The trade Hormuz, right? So the power resilience become very critical. And in Taiwan, it's a small island. We don't have so much place to build a new power plant. So the better way is to come back to enterprise customer and saying whether you can manage your power demand and to improve the energy efficiency. So in terms of that, the government, they don't need to look at new place to build a new power plant. And so in that case, along with the government regulation direction, and then the enterprise customer, they need to build up their so-called microgrid, which means they should have like a solar PV, or they need to set up the energy storage system, that kind of that. So in turn, if the frequency or the voltage of this whole power network become unstable, then at least the enterprises still can keep production. Especially in Taiwan, I think everybody know the semiconductor or the electronic industry. They took a lot of the order from the CSP, from some of the worldwide brand. So at that time, the business continuity is very important and very critical. So if you want to ensure your production will not be stopped, and then you need to make sure you have this kind, the whole set microgrid. But if you want to reduce the payback years or the time, and then also need to join like the time-based electricity trading. So you can shorten maybe half of the payback year. And it becomes very complex. So therefore, if you want to solve the enterprise problem, and then we need to be capable of doing this. So all coming from the customer demand and this is for the larger enterprise. But of course, we also consider when we talk to the Hsinchu Science Industry Park, the general, the bureau, and for those some of the high-tech SMB, they are not capable to build up this complete set of the power network. So maybe we can use the share the storage facility or remote the storage facility to ensure the business continuity of the SMB customer, especially in the high-tech industry. Okay, so that's why when we start the business or the digitalization in the energy management, but in the end, right now, already moved to the microgrid management. This is the background.
Okay, following your interesting response, I have another question for a reason to concern small players. How does the TechCom empower small and medium-sized enterprises who may have limited resources to overcome the challenges of net zero transformation?
Okay, thank you for asking this question. There's one term, maybe you already noticed, Ingrid, he mentioned, the ecosystem. Because we are not a very, very big company, we are also SMB, I mean the TechCom itself. So when we develop this kind, we introduce the digitalization technology, of course we can do something. But if we talk about the AI, it's still at the early stage. So it's impossible for us to really recruit so many AI talent. Most of the AI talent I share with you actually was recruited by TSMC. So it's a talent competition. But still have some young talent. They don't want to work for the semiconductor company. They want to set up their own business. So still have some the AI startup in Taiwan, and their strength is how to optimize the AI model, but they don't have the knowledge about the industry domain. And our mother company, we have 70 years experience in manufacturing the electronic mechanical gears, and we already step into the ICT area for more than 40 years. So we know how to use the IoT technology, how to use the connectivity, how to make sure the cybersecurity, but also understand the motor, the transformer, or even the HVAC, the equipment, or the chiller, how to make the efficient consumption more efficient. So this the asset we have, and we cooperate with lots of AI company. But this is not only in the energy management area, but for instance, I just mentioned we also have a project cooperated with CDRI to serve those SMB customers by the authority of the administration of a small and medium enterprise. So we use some of the basic AI technology, for instance, the OCR. Because if we recruit those accountants to collect those the power the bill, and then you need to fill in some of the fuel of this platform, and then we should not use people to do this. Maybe we just use the optical scan, so therefore you will become the data with integrity. And another thing is we are considering if those customer service, you need to serve so many SMB customers, then it will consume a lot of people and resources. So if the voice recognition is so mature, why not we cannot introduce this to do this job? Because our company have another department, they are focusing on ICT technology. So we know we have some resources, industry resources in this area. So this is an area also consider to introduce as a project. And of course, all those data, because if you want to make sure all the data integrity has no problem, and then we also need to use the AI maybe to check the accuracy of those data. So everywhere you can use the AI to improve the efficiency. Even though the adoption But we didn't really deeply involved in this area, but we still have some. We still can make some progress. So don't miss the opportunity to leverage the AI to improve ourselves. Okay, that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. I think it's okay hard for you, sorry. Before we make our conclusion, I think we have another very important speakers here. Any answer or response concerning energy transformation, you want to talk something, okay?
Data transformation in the hotel industry is very well advanced. So even you never contact with the hotel staff, you check in and check out. Is it still we call the hotel? No contact with the hotel staff. And sometimes a hotel staff receptionist, they are no more receptionists, just the operator of the computer. They talk just looking at the screen, never head up, never see the guest eyes. So I'm a person of IT and many years. So I have some responsibility to install that kind of system in the hotel market. But still I insist on hotel business stands on by the human being. So both digital transformation and education to the people for receptionists, it's both important. This is my final word.
Okay. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, and Dr. Ko? Okay. You don't need a question I mentioned. It's just free to speak out. Okay. No, wait. You cannot distort so many audience, okay? Okay. I have a question to ask you. In your experience, which does the Korean government suggest enterprises prioritize when starting their carbon reduction journey? Have your government done something, especially in this field?
Sorry, I'm
Okay,
really
sure.
sorry, but I'm not good at the carbon emission or green transformation area. And I think that the question is regarding the...
For example, how do you think about the cement?
You mean the proper industries for the carbon emission reduction policies, or... Because I couldn't understand exactly what the
But
question...
the audience here like you to answer this question. That's okay? I got this question from the floor.
If it is the industry or sector that the Korean government should emphasize regarding the carbon emission, and I think that the Korean government is already put some emphasis on the electricity or power area and steel and metal areas, because it consumes a lot of electricity and it produces a lot of waste. And the other one is the chemistry in the chemical industries. And the issue is that the big companies are doing well in that area, and they are under government pressure a lot regarding the carbon emission. So they are doing very well, even though they have a lot of complaints. But the problem is that the small SMEs also exist in those areas in the value chain. And I heard that they are struggling to meet the too much strict carbon emission. And even though they want to apply the AI-related things, and even though they have the domain knowledge a lot, they don't have the proper laborers or developers who can manage the domain knowledge and the carbon emission knowledge to the AI-related algorithm. So in that case, the first thing the government have to do is to support the talents to go to those SMEs in those high carbon emission industries, I think. And that's all I can answer because I don't know much about the carbon emission or green digital transformation. So, sorry.
Okay, that's good. That's good information. Okay, after some hours talking, I think I have to try to make a conclusion for this seminar. Try to my best. Really? We have another. We have another time. Somebody here wants to raise new question. 我们有人要再发问吗？没有。Okay. Okay. No problem.
I would like to echo one of the keynote speakers' very valuable opinion. I also think human touch is the most important thing. Although we have all this technology, all this AI, happening now. So, for example, I would like to share with you the first question we were talking about, the membership of SKM. So we found from data that there was an opportunity to create a new tier of membership. So we launched a new membership tier called Gold Card, 金卡, last year. And we offered them one-to-one human touch service. That's the, we cannot serve everyone, but for more premium or the loyal customers, we would like to offer them different service that is human service, human touch of this this feeling. I think that's still the most important thing, and we should not forget when we want to build our brand or want to connect to our customers. Always think about human touch along with this AI technology.
Yeah, that's some kind of really exact, extreme precision marketing. Okay.
Maybe I can add, I'd like to make another point is, of course, all the service has a cost to serve the customer, right? So if you are the premium customers, like the gold members, and then you have a specific person to serve you and take care of your everything. But one of the purpose of technology actually is to serve the individual person, like the long tail. So in the past, us as the VIP of the banking industry, and then you need to have a lot of money in your account. So therefore, there is a specific person to serve you. But according to the data analysis and some of the digital marketing or so-called MarTech technology, and then you can provide those long tail individual person a very specific or customized service with a reasonable cost. So if we come back to some of the industry, they still need the contact person. I mean the people, a human being contact experience. And then for those person, if they don't really consume a lot in SKM, but still can leverage the digitalization to serve them like a VIP. Yeah. So this is one of the purpose we want to leverage the digitalization technology to help customer to increase their welfare.
Yeah, thank you. But don't take me wrong. I think AI and personalization is very important. Like you said, to serve these customers in long tail. But what I said is still human touch is the things that we should consider when we face our customer, because they are real person They are not someone without face behind the screen. So I think that's a very good point. But I think both perspectives are very important to serve customers and members.
Okay. Anybody want to write something? Okay. Okay, now let me try to my best to make a conclusion for this seminar. Thank you for highlighting the importance of monitoring and measurement. It's clear that whether in Taiwan, Japan, or Korea, the starting point is the same. Digitalization is the foundation for decarbonization. Today, we have gained a comprehensive view of transformation from Vice President Huang insights on customer-centric retail innovation to President Tian's expertise on industrial digital green synergy. It's clear that while the path to net zero is complex, the collective efforts of Taiwan's leading enterprises are setting a powerful example for small and medium-sized enterprises across the region. It has been a pleasure moderating this enlightened session. Thank you. I would like to thank you, our speakers, once again for their valuable time and expertise. Now I will hand the floor back to Kathleen to proceed with the next part of the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We have a wonderful discussion today, bridging the gap between global trends in Japan and Korea and practical local insights here in Taiwan. Our conversation with the panelists proves that although every country has its own approach, we are all united in our mission to achieve digital and net zero goals. A big thank you to our 3 speakers and 2 panelists with us today. Let's give them a round of applause once again. Thank you so much. And please remain on the stage. Please remain on the stage because now it's a rare and valuable opportunity to engage with our domestic and international experts. So if you have any questions regarding the keynote speeches or of course, the challenges you have encountered in your own professional practice, please feel free to raise your hand. We will pass the microphone to you. Do you have any question? And of course, due to the time constraints, I have picked up a question online. So regarding J-Track, so the question is for Mr. Ishihara. Yeah. So in your presentation, you highlight the contradictions between design versus efficiency and tourist expectation for luxury versus zero goals. So based on your extensive experience, when a hotel faces a direct conflict between maintaining high-quality guest experiences such as luxury amenities or special design and achieving carbon reduction targets, what specific compromises or innovative strategies have you found most effective in balancing these competing priorities?
Yeah.
It's yours. So when we, because it mentioned you highlight the contradiction between design and efficiency and tourist expectation for luxury versus zero goal. So they ask, what specific compromises or innovative strategies have you found most effective in balancing these competing priorities? Yeah.
So as long as the management of the hotel, we pursue the profit, of course, it makes more luxury, more expendable services, material, facilities we offer, try to offer. It causes a lot of loss and waste, something, being of the energies. So this phenomenon happened all in the world. Recently, new design hotel opened in Japan, Tokyo. Their suite room charge is 300 million yen. You can believe that? So that kind of happened all in the world. Still, people rush to come to Japan and cause a lot of, well, over-tourism. So if I try to make a profit as a business people, so it goes the other way. What I'm going to myself to do, I want to make a good world to my child, to my grandchild maybe. So in the future, if I think about the future, what I'm doing is the other side of my story. So I always, during my career in the hotel business, I always feel such contradiction. So this is the destiny of the tourism industry. Without tourism industry, people can travel by themselves. Hotels not necessary to exist. You may carry a bag and stay in the field, anywhere. So that kind of thing always keep in my mind. So maybe next generation can we have some solution. Up to you. That kind of.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate our panelists and speakers and of course our moderator on the stage. Thank you so much, and once again a round of applause to them. Thank you so much. Thank you, and please return to your seat. Thank you so much. Thank you. And today's event is now drawing to a close. I would like to thank all of our guests to join us. CDRI will continue to host related events in the future. We'll welcome you to stay tuned for our latest updates and join us again. Thank you so much for joining us today. See you next time. Thank you.